Welcome back to the Imaxit YouTube platform. I'm your host, JD. If you're new, please do smash that like button, share, and definitely subscribe. If you're a member of the channel, massive respect to you lot. And how to become a member, please do click the join button if it's available to you. As you saw by the title, people, we are asking if it's a shocking. The reason why I put the question mark before after the shocking report and not after John Wall is just to ask you if you think that it's actually a shock, because remember we had several conversations because we deemed things we judge things of football relations. But anyways, we have heard directly from the sources that John Wall was removed from his place as a U20 coach. All right. Several other things I've heard beside it, because he wanted to pick all sorts of overseas players, and he wanted to go over the quota. We're going to discuss John Wall's tenure in a overall a complete conversation, and then we can judge to see if it was deserved or not, because that is very much important. Yeah. So John Wall took over right after algorithms came in as the developer of youths. All right. Yes, maybe 8 months in, they had a press conference, and he was saying that the reason why he never had enough matches, and it's only Portmore United that gave him a game, thanks to Portmore United, is because others never wanted to play him. My first question when I've turned up here on the platform, I had to ask you guys, am I going to believe that? I don't believe that, because to be honest, Mr. Spade runs Cavaliers. So why would he not want to play you? You understand me? So I don't think so. I think maybe you're a little bit busy, because based on what I saw him more around the youth, the main team, than the youth actual development. You understand me, at the time? But clearly no development was actually taking place at that time, and no preparation for the U20 was actually taking place at that time, out of his own mouth. But he was giving me an excuse to say that it's because others never really want, other Premier League teams and such never wanted to play him. All right, he came out and said that he wanted professional players with professional minutes. Was that doable? That's the next question to ask yet again, because let me fill you guys in. When the first stage, the first installment was always going to be out of a FIFA window. So could we field a team filled with professional players with professional minutes? Maybe just to the tip, but we would have to still get some youth players, some youth guys with less professional minutes up to the speed, and it would have required we to get more local guys into it. And obviously, because he was not training the local guys them from before, hence why you maybe can't get them up to speed. So I want to say that on that side, he fumbled the bag right there. He fumbled the bag right there, because we have to be honest in our assessment. He fumbled the bag right there because he never got them up to speed, and then he can't get players, because the players that he wants are high profile players that actually can't come in this registered period. But if he had been developing those players, he would have known he got enough left backs, enough right backs, to actually come in the tournament, and not have to be using and with midfielders as right backs to save us. All right. Yes, I know I started off very tough on the person, but I'm not starting off very tough. I have to go through the processes, because we had actually talked on it right throughout, and we never really liked it, because we are looking at the fact that you're not going to get these guys because of the window. All right. Yes. So there, one point I would have to give to the persons in control over John Wall right there. I don't think he handled that part good enough. All right. Yes, he never handled that part good enough. Then we have a quota rule, which, let me big up the persons then before we get into that, because the first part I have given to the JFF. I think if it's that, it's fair for them to remove him because I'm just going through things on my paper, with a timely thing. So if John Wall gets his credit on one part and more of the parts them saying that he's right, then I'm going to say John Wall deserves to stay and they did him an arch business. But if he keeps on getting it wrong, my conclusion is going to be saying, yes, he deserves to go. All right, yes. So let me big up the persons before. All right, Lansday, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Massive respect. The link is in the Discord, Lansday, if you want to try it and come in. Float management, big up yourself. Hold up, John Wall fired or you left the job. I think what I wrote is exactly what happened. Mr. Nishan, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Warren Webster, big up yourself. Triple E, big up yourself. Andrew, Presser, and Ghost Future. All right, so we are done with the period before the actual competition was in real kicks. So we're going to go 3 months before the competition actually starts. 3 months before the competition actually starts, the JFA released that they are going to install a quota system due to the fact that they want their development to take place with the kids them. All right. So they can't just left them in the dust. So if you're going to be picking any players outside the seven, you have to give a reason to select those guys outside the seven. All right. And we all got mad. We all got mad and lost our mind because that is discrimination, which I still look at it of that type of sense. But they had to come to us and said that if he comes in with additional players and give us the reason and definitely the CV of the player, it's not going to be a problem because they're going to go back to the board to decide. All right. So, anyways, now clearly the players them that John Wall brought in were high profile players that would not be available in this window. So it tailored down to who he worked with in the Trinidad tournament, the Trinidad double header. Right there, I triple, I should say, because they played police as well. So the triple game right there, mixed with the match that they played in Jamaica. All right, so they decided that they're going to measure their team properly because they have to go with the quota rule. And one of the guys that got dropped out, that everyone said they don't know how in the world that guy got dropped out of the team. All right, let me make sure, let me give you the names because we have to make sure the everything running smooth. All right, so because I don't want to miss nothing. Big up everyone. Big up everyone. Yes. Mister, we're getting to the point, man. Guys, take the time and smash the like button so we can get the visibility here. Kobe. So Kobe was not selected. Was not selected, and it was it as I've said before, he was not. I've got the information. He was not selected out of the actual final numbers. He was dropped, and he was the main going into the actual train, and he was not selected. So I don't know if it was fall outside the quota system. It looks like he had 7 players outside his quota system before Kobe. Kobe was not selected. All right. He believed that Kobe was not needed, but I can tell you he was not selected. All right, because obviously, from I say that I must get it from some source that he was not selected. All right, so that's the next part as well. So you can take it as how you want it, and you can challenge me at that because I must have. He was not selected, and no way to tell the next round he was not selected. Click right there. He was not selected, people. All right. So you decide how it works right there. And they went ahead with Kobe and others and go into this tournament because he believes that this is the best squad he could have fielded. All right. Don't believe that this would have been Kobe should be in the squad because he's good enough. All right. Yes. And he came to the trials and he came to actual games. So if he made those games, why would he not make? If he made the fake games, then why would he not make the registered games? So let that sink in for yourself. Yes, he was not selected because others were deemed in front of him. All right. Yes. Others were deemed in front of him. I think John Wall dropped the ball big there because that's a professional player, to be honest. And people will look at it different when you are picking players. You are saying other guys need to have professional minutes, and then you're picking other guys over professional minutes players that are actually performing, because we saw the games with our own eyeball. But definitely because of one of the persons you lined yourself with, player in that position, you gave up that position for that player. So for me, and that was very much evident, because I love my subscribers. You guys are very much educated, because you had said it as well, and everything that you said, it's exactly as how it goes. All right. Yes. So that I can't agree with it either. I think he goes wrong there with his own selection. Yes. So for me, two out of two, John Wall in the mud right there for me. Based on the amount of the performances, let me know, guys, if you are happy with the performances. Overall in the games. I was not happy with the performances in the games either, and I think that came from the lack of preparation. And to be honest, you said that you had the team for 8 months before. You out of your own mouth. So I'm not gonna blame anybody else. You said you couldn't get the other teams them to come and play you. That's your problem, not mine. Not the JFF or anybody else. So that's the next thing I'm gonna beat you for. Where I'm gonna give you credit, you still got you got the full points. You got the full points, so you're gonna get your credit there for getting the full points. All right, but to be honest, it was one of the easiest groups we actually got. Any other group we would have gotten exposed. You understand me? So even that point that I'm gonna give you, I'm gonna take back maybe 25% out of that 100. All right, and I'm being very very much honest. So based off my assessment, out of all of those things, I think I would have moved on away from him as well. I wouldn't give him the next stage. I am telling you, people, I wouldn't give him the next stage. That's just my take. All right. If you want to beat me up for my take, give me your take. Based off everything that I've listed, performances, results, before assess organization and preparation, selection. The selection, I could say that because of the quota in the first place, maybe he read it the wrong way. So maybe I'm not going to take off so much mark for the quota and him not selecting a player, because maybe he actually likes a player over Kobe. All right, yes. So I'm not going to take off so much marks for him right there. All right, but every other ones aside from the quota and also the results, I think went against him. So if they don't take him back, I have no problem. All right. Big up yourself, Pagan. Massive respect. Thanks for being here. Football Global. Sean Base in the building. Ghost Future said, JD, if I don't know anything, there's one thing I know. JFF don't hesitate to fire overseas coach, because I saw Fuzzy did worst and he was not fired. All right. So that is a different path that you want to put the show in, because I was trying to just focus on John Wall, then move on to the Reggae Boyz. But I want to hear from you guys. I would love to hear from Pastor, because I know Pastor would oppose to what I'm saying and beat me. But some of the things that I've listed out, I don't think he can beat me with that. All right? Yes. Pagan, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Massive, massive respect. Determined says, JD, hope all is well with you and the family. Yeah, man, I am good, man. You see me out at my ends. My phone is fully charged. 3 of my phones are fully charged. So you guys have disrespected me enough yesterday, so I made sure go home, charge the phones, get ready. All right. He asked for it. Next problem, a local coach will take over, and that is another problem. All right, we are not going to move on to that side as yet until we clear it up. I want to give everyone a chance to speak. All right. Yes. Blessings, Triple E, or are you doing Samson? I want people to beat me, because they're gonna beat me for everything. So I don't want you to switch to Fuzzy. Fuzzy was not the coach for this one. Let me know if it's a good thing or a bad thing for them to move away from him. Let me know. They needed to give the U20 coach more time. Chop and change, stopping the progress. All right. So Sean Base beat me on that. Sean Base, the link is there. You can jump on, give your take, because that is coming from a different perspective. Yes. 3 of your phones stop flexing. Yes. I have said my 3 phones. All right. Yes. Shadow. Shadow Strike says maybe they want Coach Wall to be with Coach Algrimson for the summer. I don't think that's the case. I think they would have rather the opposite. I think he had said that before, and he said I think we need to listen to these guys speak a lot more. I think he likes to go with Mr. Algrimson a lot more too, and I think that is kind of a distraction for the actual team. Yes, big up Mr. United. Massive respect. All right. So we get an overseas coach just for him to have the same behavior of favoritism. Well, it is what it is, sir. I can't report anything different from what I have on my paper here, because I don't want to lie on people, so people can try and sue me. Okay, yes. Work it out with JFF and see the way forward, and let Wall continue. So Wall should continue. So you guys are happy with the performance then? So you guys were happy with the performances in the tournament, and you think that he's the right one to take us forward? Let me know. And also, let me move on to the next step now, because it looks like the one Mr. Sheridan in the chat. Who are the ones that you would put in quick lineup to say could have taken over and do something with this group of players? All right. So Jerome, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Warren, JD, we need strong coaches. John is headstrong. Will challenge the administration. 3 wins, and we had a problem with the senior women's coach fired. All right. So when you hear that part of Kobe was not selected, and others were selected, and those guys never performed as well. And we have heard several things. You truly believe that strong-headed thing? Because all I heard about this guy, is him licking head with man, and favoring man players. And remember, guys, that's how you should listen to me when I do talk. 4 months ago, when I came here, I said, John Wall, make sure you don't pick this team with no favoritism, because what I'm hearing, you're on board with people, and you have only one set of people up at the camp thinking that they are the best set of players in the country. And I thought that after them getting embarrassed by CC, that's when he started to change his mind to not bring all of them. I can bet you, if that never happened, he would have brought all of those guys there, because he was fooled by an ex-delusional individual to think that he has the best players them, and we are watching football and knew that wasn't true. So strong-headed, I don't think he's strong-headed. I don't think so. All right, because I watch keenly, and write down things, and I don't forget things. But sometimes you guys, when I talk, you never listen. Last month I asked you if you think he's gonna keep his job based on this performance. I want to say I'm a bad mind. Okay, I mean I read the paper today. All right. The car is steamed up, man. No, it's just yeah. Why you watching my car outside of my car? Just relax yourself, man. Focus on why your name is Kool-Aid, man. Why you could just move your name to Cool? Because the aid man partner really come in. You should have just left it to Cool. Just Cool. Just take off the aid man and just left it Cool. All right, and then we can have a conversation. All right. Omar 50 said JD, JA10 from CB camp have to play. He was somewhat compromised. Yes, so that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Never tell about man action, man. Stop act like we don't have sense, man. After we hear that, they want to pick a mediocre team, so they decided they want a mediocre coach. I am happy John Wall not going to coach no side. John Wall not going to coach no team. JFA pick, give him. Okay, all right. Good Lord. I don't, Kevin, I don't think that's the way it goes in a man. Because some of these guys never get picked even for the JFF. All right, yes. Big up yourself, Martin. How you doing, man? JD, you never get the notification. It's okay, it's perfectly fine. All right. Will he remain? Yes, yes, that's what I've heard. Because that is what the next coach wants. And for me, I am telling you, I am okay with it. Yeah, because that's what my assessment says, and I can't go back on my word. I know I will this video. Anywhere the education lead me, that's where I'm going with. All right. I feel like we have a daily soap opera every week. Thanks, JD, for keeping us all engaged. Yeah, man, that's why I've always brought information to you, man, and reason it out, you know? No disrespect. This is the first time I'm listening to your program. But I have to say, this when the last time we looked like we had an official U20 team. It's all about development. All right, so it's all about development. Yeah, but Chess, if it was all about development, his own program, so that means you would want this coach then, because this coach never wanted any development. He wanted just to go for the other kids overseas, and when he never got that, he goes for who he believes after. So, Chess, answer that question then. If it's all about development, he never wanted none. So that means you're saying that you don't want him as the coach then. Kool-Aid man say you have compromised your car window with strong breath. Okay. All right, Kool-Aid man, it looks like your name. I'll put you into some different realm of life. So you're aiding a lot of man. So keep on aiding them, and life will be better for you in your realm. All right? Yes, man. You're bright. I'm facing. Yeah, man. Your embarrassment. So who will take over? Well, that's the next question. We want to move on to. But in El Granada said, was John Wall job security contingent upon game performance or results? I would love to see the fine print. I think it was when El Granero, the first thing when these coaches came in, what Mr. Spade and others came on our program and said, they wanted a blueprint and they wanted development. So, so I think results, development, everything was running hand in hand. All right. Yes. So that's why I said that Granier, you need to listen to what them say now. Because they came out and told us. They came out and told us. Here's my take. Quota, as we know, it is wrong. Quota system basically means the coach only picks 7 man. JFF pick the rest local coach alone. Where a dead. Oh man. All right. So Big Boss said big up. A rebel said big up John Wall. All right. That's why I have the one of the best. Nobody now agree with me. People just bun me out. All right. JD, how many Cavaliers players the coach had selected in his team? Well, Cavalier players them fit his criteria because they had professional minutes. So Andrew Tello, it fits his criteria. Because they had professional minutes. Then we have Kevin, we have Drew Dre Any Weather Sports. All right. His team won a game. He's back here. All right. Wall was hired for tournament purposes only. I am sure. If you hire me for a tournament, I would want Finnish players not to be. I think Rebel, I don't think he was hired for that only. I think that is not true. All right, because the guy when the guy hired him, he came on this program and told us me, Pastor, and one more human being was on the program when he came on, and he told us the reason why they hired them. All right, Lanzi said the continued involvement of the JFF in selection of the team via quota system, influence from rival fraction of football society in JA. Mr. Revolution said, imagine firing a man that have a 100% win record. All right. Chess says, no, my brother. These players that he is adding are developed and understand strategy, plays and understanding what the coach wants. I believe he's a good coach. All right, fair enough, fair enough. All right, I was just assessing what took place, and see why they have drawn their conclusion. All right, so that's all I had to say. right there. Rebel said, you only hear about U20 coaches when we have tournaments. If you want development, I are outside tournament. But Rebel, you never follow this channel, man. That is not true, Rebel, man. I was giving you updates. I was giving you week to week updates and in preparation to the U20. So what are you talking about, Rebel, man? Are you just see that follow the drama of the Reggae Boyz only? All right. Bless up, Osh Puppy. Thanks for being here. Last LV bar said you're lost, bro. Repent. Oh my God. There are easy with my 4 months old. All right, Jerome. Big up, big up. Say hello to the kid for me. All right. This firing is not about the last U20 squad. It's about it's all about the next round. Wall wanted better players. All right. We had said that in the start. We had said that in the start as well. Something smelly. The move seems premature, Mr. Yee. All right. Determined said JFF makes decision on impulse. Give the coach time. All right. Good Lord. Whew. The war. The war. All right. So the pastor, let me hear from the pastor before I move to the next part of the video. All right. Good Lord. The war. Pastor, 1 second, I'm gonna call you. So pastor can burn me out and tell me I'm wrong, you know? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I had my conclusion. And listen to me. People, may not take no phone call after this. If whatever I see on the program, said on the program, all right? Me not have no more talk for nobody. Me know nobody call me after this and ask me no question. All right? Yeah, man. Me not into it. All right? Yeah, man. Everybody just stay in their business. All right? Yeah, man. Me no want a call from nobody or nothing. Any call is for the program. All right? Yes. All right. So, hello. Go ahead, Pastor.
Yeah. I am not the person that just joined the program to burn out anybody. I speak to issues rather than personalities. So let me say good morning to everybody in the chat, and who will watch will rewatch it. JD, I don't know why you think I'm going to burn you out now. If I am hired to do a job, I must get a job description. And if my employer gives me a job description and I deviate from the job description as it is outlaid, then I am at the mercy of the employer, because constitutionally I'm supposed to that's the job description is a breach of contract. So I would have no reason, therefore, if that is the case, for the sacking of John Wall to burn out anybody. But I am going to blame John Wall because based on news reports that we have been getting, information that have been circulating, when you form alliances that goes against policies and principles of what would be considered your employer, you can't blame nobody. It's yourself you have to blame. And that's just a given. So as it relates to his sacking, I believe it is a repeat of JFF's lack of principle. Yes. But John Wall cannot make any claim to be faultless based on the reports. So while I believe it is a retrograde step to again remove a coach in the middle of a competition or at the most important part, as was the case with the Girlz program, the JFF seem to be operating impulsively as one of the purposes. And
someone asked me if it's confirmed. Triple E. What I said to you, skip to the front of the video. I said to you, there, I said that he's sacked because that's what the people of IIM tell me. Because I made sure to call and get the confirmation, and that's what they have said. So I don't need to question if it's correct or not correct, because if the people will fire him tell me, what more me to tell you? You understand me? So unless them gonna rehire him, but I have the proof say that them tell me. All right? Yes. Yes. So we know that when it's a talk on something where that was told to us. So it's not a question. It's not a question at all. I just asked the shocking reports. I just put the question mark beside the shocking reports to ask the question if it is just, so we can fight about it. Yeah, but go ahead, Pastor.
Jenny, you see, what people don't understand it, and that is why I support the education-driven philosophy over this foolishness where people just do what them feel like do. Because it cannot be sustained if you don't have this education-centric protocol and procedures to guide your operations. So, for any breach of the contract, John Wall can be terminated. So you have yourself to blame, because you would be foolish to take a job without an outlaid job description. Now, this cannot be good for the program.
Okay, that is where I want you to go after.
Cannot be good for the program. There are things in management that comes up under a remedial program, so that there can be reconciliation and a pathway to achieving what all parties want. And so, in my mind, a better management practice, rather than terminate the coach, would have to bring him in and highlight what is in the outlaid job description. I said, listen, we're not paying you for what has happened. We expect this to be how you function. No, so it would not be you firing him, because with firing him, I am supposing there's a contract closure clause which relates to finance. You have to go pay him off. But if he's unable to live up to the contract and he steps away, you owe him nothing. You see, the JFF keep making management decisions that cost everybody. Nobody wins.
Well, details will come out, like those final prints will come out in the end. But I wanted to just stay on the football inside, like immediate competition coming up. That's
Jenny, watch this enough. A failure to put out information at the outset, is what is going to spiral into all different, because when shit hits the fan, it is the entire room that is shitty. If the shit is just in a corner, you only need a soup and some detergent to clean it out of the corner. But you literally have to go deal with the entire room. It does not operate. It cannot be a fix after you allow it to go there. So half information creates more problem every step of the way. And that's just a given.
all right.
So, yeah.
No, I said, all right, boss. All right. Cool point, good point as well. So let me call you back. Let me go to the comments, because the comments running up. So that's why I wanted you to click the link and come on. Can't understand how this link can't work for you, star. Yeah, it gets on my nerves now,
I don't know. Maybe it's my decision.
Yeah, man. I know it's yours. I know it's yours. Yeah. All right. I know it's yours. All right. I will call about bossy, because now I have to go through the rest of the comments. Yeah, man. All right. All right. So that was the pastor. Guys, remember to hit the like button, click the triple dot, and hit the like button, and we can talk about it. Davan. these men don't want football reach far, right? JD, I think it's Butler why they fired John Wall. Okay, well, and that's why I gave you all the information, and they decide. Triple E said, I know you normally don't speak on information that you don't know. The issue is that people forming opinions without first-hand knowledge. Okay, okay. Well, all I'm doing is just giving you that yes, he is removed from that post. He is sacked. He is fired from that post because that's what I've gotten directly from the people that had to make the decision. So that is a fact. So they can form their opinion what he did wrong or how they looked at his overall tenure as a coach because that's how it always goes. The inside details will not never come out. So people will never form their opinion on everything what the inside details are, Kemar, yes, he should still remain the assistant coach. Big up Eagle Republic. How you doing, man? I think the quota is the sore point for Wall. It was always going to be a problem. I think so as well. Who on the list for Wall, and that's why I wanted some of you guys to give me some take. All right. Um, if the JFF refused to communicate with the public, they shouldn't expect the public support. That is true. That is true. All right. While Mick Butler interfere with the U20 in the qualifier, I think that Spade fire him. I don't think Spade alone can fire him. One person can't fire anybody. I think it has to be a collective effort to fire people. Jairus, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Joseph Broad, real one. Rudolph Austin, I gonna be the interim then. Okay. So you think that Rudolph Austin is the best replacement? All right, because you have a lot of names. Who would you guys like to be the next one? Who would you think you can take over the team? They have enough time, They have enough time. They have enough time to get themselves together with the reports that were there before. All right. Shouldn't they owe him a substantial amount of money now? At least based on how his contract it was structured. Why I don't know, I think that part will come out soon. That's all I know. I am only talking on what I know, as what Mr. Triple E says. And we have to hear from Wall himself. I don't. Morning, Warrior 777. Morning, JD and all. Hearing how Spade sounding hungry about John Wall seeking overseas players rub them the wrong way. Okay, all right. Eagle Republic says it appears that John Wall is a victim of the JFF quota system. But I have actually said that he never actually picked one of the main players them. So is it true that he was really robbed by a quota system? Yeah, because when I heard that, I heard it from before, and I told you that he never picked Kobe Thomas. He never picked him, and it's nothing wrong with Kobe Thomas. He was ready to play, and he was not selected. So I think you have to beat John Wall some places as well. Brian Burke, big up Brian Mighty, big up yourself. We are here just chopping up something, having a conversation with the masses. John Wall, we heard, and we are just talking on it now to see if it was the right one and who can replace him and stuff. You know a lot of them, Brian Mighty. If you can, you could have jump on the link in the Discord. I posted the link in the Discord. All right, JD. You should take over. Yeah, boy. If I want more money for buying my rims, them. So I have no problem to take over. All right. Jerry said JFF wasting money. They claim of not having. All right. Jason Seguna says Lenny or Ferguson. Okay. Paul Wall. Who is Paul Wall, Minister Nashan? Who is Paul Wall? I don't know who is Paul Wall. Brian Mighty says Austin doesn't have the qualification, though he just doing his B license. Okay, so you wouldn't give him the job as yet. Derek G said Lenny Hyde should be the next coach. My cousin from CC. Yeah. I am looking at CC, people. All right. Yeah. A lot of people saying CC, that is good. At least we can identify something good going on in Jamaica to say that we're gonna just go with a Jamaican coach, you know. JD, you are saying that the under 20 coach got fired. Yes, yes, that's what we're talking on. So we're at the stage now of who should be the successor. JD, why firewall when he succeeded? What Pastor just said the same thing. Oh, you know that he has succeeded. Are he succeeded in your eyes? You always use some words that are going to trigger people, you know. So he succeeded in your eyes, Andrew. 2055. You're gonna reach 35 now, you know. All right, but you love, you, you couldn't just say he did well. All right, why you have to keep on talking about these succeeded and all sort of foolish? Give it to Lenny. He robbed himself. In an interview last week, Chung defended the quota system. Well, that's they have their own style, you know, people. All right, we only can report what we get, you know. Altiman Butler or Paul Young could possibly be a good replacement. The squad of the first round cannot get us of the second round or out of the second round and may not win a single game. IT push got him fired. No, 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 no. But wait, is this Sean Kingston? Paul All, it should be. Okay, Paul All. Because Paul Wall is not the same person. All right. Mario, so everyone says CC coach, you get it. All right. So nobody even care about the firing. They're just saying CC coach, you get it. Omar says, big up, know yourself. Thanks for being here. And everyone that just came in, please do it, like, button, share, and subscribe. Omar Fowling says, JDE did not pick a balanced squad. Hence the struggle in the first round. I do agree with that because you have midfielder playing left back and everybody playing everywhere. You know, JFF Noah says JFF is a world. Paul Wall is a white rapper from Texas. Well, it's someone wrote Paul Wall here. Better if I was the one that says Paul Wall, you guys would have been cursing me out, dog rotten. All right. Oh. Malik says Wall run his mouth too much and not doing the work. So Malik is actually agreeing with the removal. All right. Cut out the seed business. Yes, man. We have to burn out the one. Andrew 55. Every day he comes here, you know. Paul could be a smart decision. But would he take limited money? I think Paul All, not Paul Wall. Paul All is a big time coach, you know, maybe requires more funding. Does the JFF has the amount of capital to pay him? I don't think so. Sammy on the staff as well. Okay, the people say CC Jason. They said CC. They never said the coach alone. They said CC coaching staff. So Sammy is on CC's coaching staff. Jesus Christ. The JFF and the technical staff got it wrong. This time, you cannot infuse players who don't have tactical and technical skills whenever trying to win a competition. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. All right. And Sports on the Ball said, man, them say the coach too close to Mr. Butler. Sports on the Ball. I think that would be a bad thing as well, Sports on the Ball. Because if he's taking information from Mr. Butler, I think it's not good for any international football. And that's what I'm going to say to you, Mr. Sports on the Ball. And I would have fired his ass as well, if that's the case as well. I have no problem. I would have been firing him before, you know, because I have seen the foolishness and Sports on the Ball, you know. So I don't run joke if I me, people get fired a long time. Him get fired a long time. No local coach. They will stick to the quota. Well, if they are playing good football, I don't really care, you know. If they can get something out of it. Tyrone Marshall would be great fit. Thank you very much, Andrew 55. You see, actually changed into call you out. Raman, what you do, man? JD, I just reached. What happened? They removed Mr. Wall, and we are just chopping it up out here and reasoning it out, you know? Yes. Yes, new media. I revive. No, not for them knowing it. Cause you see the one who come in and talk about, because of such and such, you know, see them already hear things in and around the corner. All right, believe me. You know, the man come and say, I immediately coach the team and I tell people what to do for press. If I even have to tell somebody from my team something, when that coach can't coach me, you mad? That will never happen. It's I don't business who want vex. Did Wall have the final decision on selection? Maybe that's why Kobe wasn't selected. Okay, but I revives. He wasn't selected by him. So so we can make it. We don't have to go around corner. Cool aid man. Cool aid man. I don't want any aid from you, sir. All right. Don't give me any instruction. I am okay with I am. And see if you come back with your bag of phony businesses, I am going to block you from this channel. You know. Talk about football, or else you don't deserve to be here. um. Okay. Well. Sports on the ball. I think they would have done a better job than your friend. All right. Yes. Mr. Man said, big up JD on vacation in Dubai. Ooh, it's quality. What go on? Don't they look? Just tuning in while on the beach. Good Lord. What a messy federation. Oh Lord. Tyron Marshall has his job in MLS. You think he's gonna no, that's what I'm saying. New Wave said you hate Mr. Butler. No. I'm saying he can't be the person, the solution to nothing. Because education me I deal with and real life football. No joke thing. So anybody who want to come in, I hear that CC coaches them. Them look at them know them up on the field. That's all me I say. All right? Yeah, man. And take out the 8 out of this. All right? Because we have John Wall because we think him educated to do the job. All right? So until that man show him education, when him have football, then I would have hired him. That is it for me. I don't have a job in the JFF, so you don't come cuss me. All right? Rebel said all overseas coaches are gonna be close to Butler. I grant no, that's a lie, Rebel X. That's a lie. All right. I did hear Speed said on another show that he's going to hire a big coach. So maybe the coach is going to replace Wall. Okay. Thank you for that information. All right. No. All right. So somebody said they heard on a next program that Mr. Spade said they're gonna hire a big coach. So maybe that was the situation. No Tapper, Mr. JD Wall is too cocky. All right. New Wave. So what you want to say? All right. Yes. Only two extra. A football me I deal with. And a CC coach are the only coach. One of the coaches that made a tech and actually put in CC coaching staff. Um, but got one good baller out there and think he's the best thing. Yeah. Big up yourself, Chevon. Massive respect, Mr. Flex. So true. Yeah, man. Me not the fantasy life conversation. That me not have time for that. You know. JD CC coach doesn't have any idea on the overseas players. So they no. Well, he's going to have to learn. You know. I never say you guys ask me if it's local. If you ask me my coach overall, it's going to be different. All right. I personally think that was a jumpy move. Yeah. Well, new. Yeah. That's why I want everyone to give their take. All right. All right. Sack passage, Joseph and massive respect. Local coach need to be at the required level to be of value of Jamaica. All right. Fair enough. JD, apparently, man's were being escorted on yacht with lobster and wine. Okay. I don't know. Dean Burton for Jamaica manager. All right. Thank you. Cool. Thank you. Cool. I'm not gonna call it cool aid man. Cause I'm not going to. All right. New media said we would give Butler, but him would have to turn it into a Phoenix All-Star. Boy, I don't want Phoenix All-Star playing for Jamaica, you know, because they ain't gonna win any game. That's all I do know. All right, yes. A reality we are talking about the people. And not just money cup we are talking about, you know, reality we are talking about people. And that is where me lose. That is where me can't reason, you know, logically. You understand? When you truly think say Jamaica have the highest level of footballers, you know. I don't truly believe that madness, you know. I don't think we're gonna see the other teams them playing at U20s, you know. Yeah, man. Mr. Butler go with him foolishness. Him don't stand a chance against an MT at 20 and 13 pick up. All right, just like how CC doing team, are 50 times worse than that him ever get in the real world. All right, yes. I thought he was doing well. What happened? Isn't he part of Grimmy staff? I think he will remain part of Grimmy staff. All right, Damario, big up yourself. Um, Jamaica is prettier than Dubai, 155. I am not 100 sure about that, you know. Yes, JG, CC staff is great for youths. And Jason said the big coach was for the girls, them though. All right, I don't know, Jason. And thanks for you that live 48 hours per day in every day, every hour. So you know all of that. I don't know. I just repeated what the person said. All right, yes. Brian Mighty said, I don't think Wall being fired has much to do with the U20. Maybe it's the straw that brought the camel back. All right. So Brian Mighty. All right. All right. Okay, so sports and the ball say he talks, and I am sure sport. Okay. We're gonna try and bring Mr. Speed here maybe next week or so. I'm gonna contact him and tell him to come here, you know, because and hear and reason with him about it and hear his take on it, you know, and let him come and reason with you guys and you ask your questions, you know, yeah, and then we will know what's going to happen then. So let me just go for the guy. Should we go for Mr. Speed, people? Because we can just call Mr. Speed and ask him to come in, maybe next week when I have more time. Uh, Netta said at this point, I don't even care about these Jamaican teams because if the people who are in charge don't want better, who am I? Okay, all right, fair enough. Triple E said, agree, JD. Yeah, man, I have no time to listen to these foolishness, man. All right, so they said I should get Mr. Speed. No, sir, Mr. Speed. Okay, Adrenal. And Eli Hernandez asking, how old are you? I am very old. I'm around 50. You know? Yes, man, I'm gonna try and get him next week. All right. So I'm just putting the things them together and we can ask Mr. Speed what's going on and maybe he can share more information to us. You know, we don't do that, but because you guys want it, we will do it. You know, we left the other programs to really come deal with interviews. But this is a situation that we are following closely. So we want to get his information. Um, 155, Miguel Coley should take over the U20. But Miguel Coley, is he not busy? Well, you guys keep on naming people that is actually busy doing a lot of things, you know. So you have to pay them more money to leave their businesses, you know, to come to yours, you know. I don't suppose the CC I don't support the CC coach because there will be a conflict of interest. What would stop him from selecting CC players? Okay, well, I guess even John Wall got stopped to do what he truly wanted to do. So things are there to stop him. Chris Smith said, I told you guys, the people in football don't interested in to qualify to the World Cup. Okay. By next week, Anderson will be large and in charge. Okay, by next week. All right. Good Lord. All right. So but it doesn't matter. It's Mr. Spade. Them have this situation going on. So they are the ones that I'm gonna call. You know? All right. So let me just call back Pastor to close this one and then I can go into my next part because I have limited time. So let me hear what the part. Yes, Pastor, finish up your point, you know, because I have to chop you off the phone.
Yeah.
Yes. So
And close off. Yes. So, Jenny, the question that you asked, since Mr. Speed is the chairman of the technical committee, it would be good if we could have public dialogue with Mr. Speed. That should serve a purpose. So you're not getting hearsays and innuendos. You're actually getting what obtains. On the other hand, though, every coach that is in Jamaica is going to actually be open to a conflict of interest. They're coaching somewhere. We already know, as it was articulated by Mr. Butler, what he thinks would be the way forward. So it would be a Phoenix academy playing for Jamaica, because that was his thought about the Jamaica senior national team, that Phoenix would eventually have several players on it. Now, I cannot hurt a man to dream, but there is no reason for Jamaica to be 10 million strong, depending on only 3 million. That is stupidity at the highest level. If it's a national team, we ought to select from the entire cohorts available to us. As I typed in the chat, the team that carried us through the first round will struggle to win a single game in the second round. So the coach that is going to be in charge needs to be given the responsibility with immediate effect to get in the best quality players available to us and select a proper team. Not selecting Thomas and looking at the woes of the team. Any coach that didn't select Thomas would literally have to answer questions, because the young man's CV would dictate that there should be better performance from the team had he been a part of it, based on what he has produced. So these things, and that's why I say it, we would need to know what the job description of the U20 coach is and what was given to John Wall. And I don't have a problem, JD. If you breach the contract, you're at the mercy of your employer. Full stop. So this, everybody alluding to who he got aligned with, that is his fault. You get a job, you do the job. I am only concerned that if the JFF removed him based on the association he formed, not having written certain things in his job description, in his contract, then they would have again breached, because they owe themselves to spend more money receiving nothing. So then I would begin to blame the JFF. But the employer has a right to hold you to the contract that you were given. And as far as I'm concerned, the team that was selected for the first round is not the best available team that we could have got. It is not. And we can question the Phoenix players' performances in those games, because none of the Phoenix players can say they merited selection over Thomas. None of them. So as far as I'm concerned, if we get to those persons who have the information, it would be better for us. I'm not going into no speculation with anything. I'm judging it purely off football or football management, whatever that leads us to. And the chips fall where they may. Based on the power of the axe hitting the tree, some might go far out and some drop right at the root. I mean, that's how it goes. In life, that's how it goes.
Yeah, for me, I agree. So people, that's what I'm saying. When I looked at, because I put everything in its entirety, because obviously if I just jump off, I'm gonna say, okay, the man never get the quota anymore and more players, and that's the problem. But when we look at the overall situation, then I started to say, that's not the only problem, because before we usually hear that only Phoenix players them up at the damn place for the whole time, and then nobody now train, nobody now get no games, so no preparation now. And then he came out and said that okay, none of the teams that never wanted to play him. And I asked the question today, so then why Cavalier wouldn't want to play you? Because Cavalier is one of the persons on the board that hires you. So why they wouldn't want to play you? And then I heard that he never wanted to use these guys none at all. And then he came out and said he wanted professional players. So, but the professional players are not available. So I just think my honesty. Let me finish. My honesty, I don't believe that he was he was confident in this job. I don't believe that he was confident in this job. That's what I believe.
Based on what happened, you did led to deduce that he made a statement, that the preparation for the competition, started last year, February, March were the 2 months that he quoted, February, March, the man said last year, Now, you, as a professional taking on a job, you are going to research what the job really requires for you to be counted successful. Mm-hmm. Now, February, March last year is exactly 12 months ago.
Pastor, let me just clear, because I can't understand. We have a live stream. People sometimes they just come in the live stream. No, JFF never released no statement. I don't know when they're going to release statement, if they're going to release anything. Because if he's going to be the main person, he's going to be the assistant for the main team. They don't necessarily need to release nothing. The next time you're going to just not see him as a U20 coach. Or maybe they're going to actually release it. I don't know. But as I've said, I got the direct information that yes, that's what took place. So I'm telling you, because once I am doing something, guys, you know that I'm the only person on YouTube. When I come here and say something, it's not coming from hearsay. It's just simple, what I've heard directly from the source. So if they have not written it, their problem. But that's exactly what they told me. So that's why I came here and form my opinion on that. Because I don't agree with people. People can just give me information. Then I will look at the overall context and decides if it's justified. And based off my take, I follow what Pastor says. The things that he was doing, it's like him around the show and decided. Oh, yeah, man. But if you join the stream and you know it's a touchy topic, you just jump to the start, because the one thing about me, I don't prolong the shows and don't state out the facts. So in the first 10 minutes, you're going to always hear what I have to say, because I have to lead my shows with the information so it can continue throughout the show. Every show I've done, that's how I've done shows. So anybody come on my shows, I've always said what the topic is, go through it, and then have the conversation pieces throughout it. So 60 minutes, me repeating myself, I don't really like it. That is my structure. Once I'm done with it, within the first 10 minutes, you get everything that my show is about. All right? Yes. So he has been removed from the position, and obviously at this point you have runners up, you have a few guys in the making, CC guy in the making. I think I would think, because he's doing very good. I heard about Jerome Waite in the making. I heard that Jerome Waite in the making. I don't know about these names that I'm calling. I heard about one more name. I need to go back in the information here and get it for you. So that's 3 names. My boy CC staff. Altiman Butler was mentioned. And maybe I don't have Altiman Butler on my one, but I have those 2 Jerome.
I'm not talking about what was mentioned in the chat.
Okay, I don't know about the chat. I'm just giving it exactly what I have on my paper here. How will this affect the players and the team at large? The good question, David. I think they have enough time, and remember, we weren't going to have this team regardless, We weren't going to have the team that played before, because it's a more upgraded window. So you would have had different players regardless. So I think it's going to be the same situation where a coach has to be familiarizing himself with the new set of players them, and then a few of those guys that might would have come back. Yeah, so that's how the team would have always picked from day one. Give your final point, Pastor, because we are running out of time.
Yeah. As it relates to the team, maybe 7 to 9 of the players from this window, at most, half of the team from this window from the first window need to be replaced. At least half of them. For us to stand a chance of qualifying out of the second round, at least half of them need to go. Okay. And I dare say that I don't see a Phoenix player that makes it into the next round. And anybody can challenge me on that. The reality of it is, when you play international football, you have to look at your opponents. And I believe this is the failure, the biggest failure of the Jamaica football fan base and administration. We believe when our team goes on the field, we are playing against the wind. There is no opposition. There's not another team out there. So we guaranteed victory. It is the biggest flaw in Jamaican football. And every single team in that round is stronger than the team that played the Jamaica team that played the first round. Everyone.
In facts.
So for me, getting a new coach only means getting the right coach. The coach that realized the first round players cannot take us.
Yeah, but Martin, Thomas never made the first round. So no, true. Martin said him disagree because Martin said him disagree because Thomas can make the first round, the second round, but him never in the first round. So Pastor said who played? Yes. So give a final point, Pastor, because I have to close the show.
Again, I believe managers must manage, and I question management when they fail to do their duty as is constitutionally binding. And so I will just say it as it is, JD. What I need to know is what was the job description given to Wall.
Okay.
Based on Wall's performance, Wall have nobody to blame but himself. Because you got a job, you must ask for your job description. All of that must inform you signing or not signing a contract. If you breach the contract and I'm your manager, you're at my mercy. If I assess and see that there's some kind of benefit, I may not terminate you. But of course, you will be disciplined. If you breach sense in keeping you, they will fire you.
All right, Pastor. All right.
And that don't have nothing to do with no personal feelings against you. This is a business.
All right.
So you do your job, I do mine, and end of story.
All right, Pastor. Big up yourself, and we will link up in the next one. All right. So if it comes out and in the public again, we might have to do something on it later. So I will do a show at home, so you can come on the stream and give a take. All right, and then I can multitask. But me with you on the phone not working. So take care, big boss. All right.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So people, we have only 70 likes on the video. We have almost 200 people here. We have 15 more minutes. So give your take. Give your take so I can run through it. Markland says the JFF is run like, oh my God. Let me just let out the disrespect, leave the disrespect now. All right. Yeah, Altiman Butler, I heard about the youth 17s. I'm not sure if he's up for the U20s. Would he take that job? I don't know. Guys, 30 more likes on the video to get it to 100. That should be the standard when we are doing our 1 hour programs. I know the like button is hard to find. All right. But if you click the triple dot right below, it will open up the like button. So it's very easy to find. So take your time and get the likes up. We let it pass 85. We are still 12 away from 85. So get it up and leave your comments so I can run through it. And after we are finished, I can actually I would like to hear your comments under the video itself. All right, under the video itself, let me know what you're saying. But based on my assessment, I don't see a big problem with it. Obviously, I earn other persons now. I am going to just wait before I scrutinize. Like before I want to hear them name somebody else for the U20s. Then I can break down that player, what that coach, what he did, and how good he is, and what he will stand for. Because every coach will come with something else that they do stand for. I'm very sorry, people. So when we had Schaefer's first, Schaefer's go for most the overseas guys. Then Schaefer's left. Then we brought him back at local, and then he goes back for his guys. Them, so it's going to have everyone will have their own way how they are doing things. We have to just get to that understanding. All right, or else we're gonna forever be in problems. All right. Okay, that's a full I think it's Robina Garden, something like that. Garden is them, something like that. Omzo said 60. Yeah, because the likes is harder to find Omzo here. I have to let the people know how to find it, and then when we finish this series and people know how to find it, I think it's gonna start go back up to its 200 because we do shorter version videos and it goes to 200 live. So I guess this live is a little bit different, but we're continuing to smoke it, you know. Yeah, man. The issue will always go back to who will be selecting players. All right, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. All right. Warren said, JD, them going to say coaching badges not necessary. Transfer to the best results. Transfer to the best results. No, but I think badges are always necessary. Education is always necessary. I can't tell. I'm. You know what I always tell these people that talk about education is necessary. Even when the dunces man, go into a doctor, if him here so the doctor now the certification, um, he is not going to that doctor. That is a sad thing, you know. Even the dunces man from planet Earth, you know. If that doctor is not certified, you know, he's not going to that doctor. So why every metric in Jamaica football, you have some con man that wants to get out of it without being educated. Yeah, you ain't gonna fool me. I'm not gonna listen to that BS. I am not listening to that BS. All right, yeah, Garden is a good player. He played well in the tournament. Yeah, still has flaws, but everybody had flaws, you know. Jamaican gonna big up, massive respect, big boss. Yes, people, 84 we are at. Get the likes up, get the likes up and running. All right, yeah, man. All right. And Father Pagan, big up, thanks for the continuous support, big boss. All right. All right. So let me take this off. All right, good. JD, with this usual meddling, the under 20 will not qualify. John Wall is obviously not a yes man. Boy, I would say opposite. Um, Michael Garden, big up yourself. JD, I'm so disappointed waking up to this news, hearing that that he questioned the quota, and that's his problem. I think I if I hear that, I don't think that alone. I think maybe people trying to hide the truth from him, but it's several things about about what he did overall, and I don't think it's that alone. Because even with the without a quota, I still believe that we would have had problem with that guy. I still believe so. We are going to the tournament to be a guaranteed 3 points for our opponent if this is what the JFF is doing. All right. So Javan is not happy with it either. Then we have DJ Gigs in the building. Do you think January was the right person for this U20 job? After the tournament, after the first part of the tournament, we qualified. But I had said no. I don't think so. That's what I had said at the start, and I'm sticking with it as well. I don't think so because of the things that he said and his actions behind it. You know, I was just waiting on him to pick his U20 team. You know, and once I saw him pick his U20 team, I'm saying no, 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 no. So even when you know the truth, your selection is not based on the actual truth. You know, yeah, people. I'm tired of the coaches that goes and get picked for Jamaica, and then we have to win games in spite of people that they put on the field. You know, JD, from he spoke the truth about the domestic players. It was clear they were after him. Yeah, that is true. That is true. The statement about the domestic players and the quality that he wants, I have no problem with it, and I gave him credit for that in this video. But the problem is, after him making that statement and then his selection after not matching up with it, then me have to beat him then. because his selection is the opposite to what he's saying here. The Cavalier man him a play football. So I agree. Yes, that match up with your selection based on if they had not make it with the main team, I could say yes, that is true. But the selection after you say what you say and put a bagger man when they play professional football, me not unite with you. All right? And all of those bagger man that get picks come from one place when I play professional football. So that tells me that you're sellout. All right. So that tells me that you're not as seasoned as what you're saying. When you have other players playing the minutes that you claim that you want to stand on. So if you had picked all professional players with minutes, I would have agreed with you for this round and say, okay, at least you're standing by it. They kind of limit you and you still stood by it. But you skipped out other guys, professional minutes, and go for who you want to select, JD, your expert opinion on football is spot on. So, did John Wall mess up? I just believe that he got he friended with the wrong people. You get me? Yes. And as I've said, let me leave it right here. When I hear these coaches come in and talk about they want to know about Jamaican culture, I said that's the worst behavior because look how people are gonna get in them head. Didn't I say that to you guys? I will not cost me. I'm gonna say that the worst thing them coming and talk about. Them want friend up with people. Our culture and a person for friend up with. Our culture for just come in and do a damn job. Anything there, you do a damn job. Once you're going to be friending up, we can con anybody. We can con anybody. All right? Markland, I say the opposite. I say the opposite, Markland. So me and you gonna disagree on that. I say the opposite, and I saw it from a long time. All right? So my video is gonna be opposite. I'm saying the opposite of you, Markland. If he had showed me anything otherwise, I could have agreed with you. But he showed me that he is the yes man for the right person, or the yes man for the right image. I must admit that you did say that. Yeah, man, when the first time man and him, the coach them come out and talk about them want to learn Jamaican culture. But something, man. Look, I can sell them and I come for sell players. Our foolishness because you're gonna hear the numbers, the 30 plus 50, 60 plus 60. Me know that I got because that means you not spend time for just sticking to your work and what you claim to say you come here for. So me never idiot. I was not an idiot. I knew that that's exactly what would have happened. And then four months ago, I told that I heard that John Wall planning to pick all of Phoenix team. That's what I said live here. I call him out and say, if you ever do that to see, man, and me first I try sign for fire here. Because them are the best players in the country. And you have enough football education to know better. I came here and said that to you. All right. So and then months after the whole I start here about Yatta and all them stuff there. So it has to be somewhere I was getting information from. Um um what else do you expect them to say if they are in a new job in a different country? No. No, I'm here to do my job. Exactly what was spelled out for me. To come and develop the entire country, football, and look at get the whole what you call it, the whole scouting reports going and get the right players them in the team. Yeah, man, far out. We have to be honest to ourselves, man. I care which side we depend. The man never do the right things and when claim the same I go do, man. We can't just beat one side. The JFF wrong as well, as always. But him wrong too. Because him say something and then him have the people to pick and never pick them. So what can I tell you? You understand me? Come on, man. That we will behave civil, man. Not because him pick two baller. We come from your fraction. You're alright with him. Him never do what him say man gonna do people. Alright, and him left for people a quality baller. We actually have them professional minutes. For people who have none. So that are the opposite of what he said, people. Alright? The coaches have the right to engage the culture. As a leader, you have to do that. Alright? Keep on yeah. Yeah, man, Alj, it is true. It is true. It is true. Yes, so it is true. And people will do an extreme maybe later when more information starts to come out. And then you're going to hear from both sides, obviously. All right. Yeah. But I wanted to just do this some service to explain to you that a lot of things took place because people will just jump to the excitement of if him getting removed and don't hold a conversation on the overall matter. We were talking about the coach from day one, so we keep our information now. We keep our information from the whole information and bring it back to you. So this video was served for that. So later we can go with any article that's out on the person and we can do our next video later as well. All right, I have some other things to do aside from that video. So maybe it will be a little bit later in the night. All right. Yeah, man, big up yourself, Tennessee. Yeah. But at least he was the only U20 coach who had a clear plan. He exposed the JFF and like people. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. That's why we say we can look for we can look from both sides. We can give him credit, but we can call out the foolishness as well, people. And I'm gonna give him credit in this video, but I call out the foolishness to him do. The time when him have I never keep the meet him all over the place and do him thing in him own country and stuff there. We fire Paul all because he never wants to stay at Jamaica too. So him never stay at Jamaica either. So people will know them something to people. Remember, so we were keeping tabs on the person, you know. All right. Alj, that was a part of it as well, too. Yeah, yeah, of course. Okay, if you're not gonna pick people, and they're really good, and you're gonna pick people because you might have some affiliation and maybe make some percentage on sale and values of people. Of course, and I agree with that 100%. If I am Ross, if I that go on, you know, once you have the proof, you know. Yeah, so people take care, and we will be back later, Giovanni. Yeah, bye bye.